Hi, welcome to next session in our ABAP learning series. And in this series of video, we will learn how to develop a report based on the business requirement. So consider this document as a BRD, that is called as a business requirement document. So based on this business requirement document, we have to develop a report, and this is for the module, material management, and we are going to create a report for the open purchase order. So the main requirement here, like this report should give the details of purchase order with the order quantity of each line item, then the total goods received against that line item minus the GR reversal quantity, and then finally it should give the balance quantity against each line item. So selection criteria, we will have purchase order number, vendor, material, and a purchase order as a date range. In the output, we required EBELN, that is from the table EKKO, that is purchase order number. Then we required PO line item EBELP, it's from EKPO table. Then material number, that is MATNAR, again from the same table EKPO. The material description also we have to select from EKPO. The field for material description is TXZ01. Then order quantity, that is MENG from the EKPO. The goods receipts quantity, this we have to select the sum of MENG from the EKBE table, that is a purchase order history, for the moment type 101. So 101 moment type is for the goods receipt, and the GR reversal we can calculate based on the 102. If a functional consultant asks you to add some more moment types, so you can, based on the given functional specification, you can add some more moment type like 122, etc. But here I am considering only 101 and 102. Then the balance quantity will be like order quantity minus GR quantity and plus the GR reversal quantity. The purchase order date we will select from EKKO, that is a AE date. I will show all these at the table level. Plant delivery I don't require. Okay, this is basically from the ET table, but plant delivery date I don't require. And for the vendor name, we'll make use of table LFA1. Okay, so overall table involved here EKKO, purchase order header, EKPO, purchase order line item, EKET I don't require. But in case if your requirement is to have the schedule line date in the output, then you have to make use of EKET. Then for the purchase order history, we'll make use of EKBE table. EKBE is the history table. We can get all the GR and GR reversal, invoice verification, all detail we can see in the EKBE. LFA1 we'll use for the vendor master, vendor address. On the selection screen, we'll have like 1, 2, 3, and 4 fields, and we'll show the output in the ALV format with a common functionality like export, sorting, and all. Fine. So with this requirement, let's first log into SAP system, and first I will explain, okay, the requirement where we can see the details, which table to use, and then we'll start creating the program. Fine. So let's first open one purchase order and see how we can see all these details. So after logging to SAP, open any purchase order. So I'm going to transition code ME22N. Yeah, you can either use ME22N or ME23N to display the existing purchase order number. So here you can see the purchase order number is 4, 5, then 6 times 0 and 54. The vendor is JSW still. The vendor ID is this one. Header information you can see in these header details. All the tabs contain the header data. So line item details, only one line item in this particular purchase order. Order quantity is 10. Okay. So here we require the header information, PO detail, PO date, vendor ID, etc. From the line item we required material ID, this is MATNAR, short description, order quantity, order quantity and unit of measure we required. And from the history table, if you go to item details, and here if you click on the purchase order history, this tab, so if any history is available against this line item, we can see it here. Okay, so here you can see the first goods received is created with the one quantity. Then the second goods received is created with the 101 moment type. The quantity is 6. But due to some defect in the product, we have returned a 2 quantity. We have rejected 2 quantity. So that reversal quantity we can see with the moment type 102. Okay, so 6 plus 1, total 7 as a receipt, 2 reversal. So total 5 we have received. Okay, so 10 minus 5, the 5 will be balance. Like this we have to create a report. Now where we'll get all this information. So I will copy this purchase order number. I will go to transaction code AC1616, pass table name EKKO, that is purchase order header. EBELN is the PO number field. So here we can see this is the key field, EBELN, the company code. A date is the purchase order date, which this we required. We required EBELN, we required A date, then we required Lifner, that is the vendor ID from the header. Okay, so I am selecting only those fields from the purchase order header table. Based on your requirement, you can select some additional field. So after EKKO, the next table I am going to use is the EKPO. EKPO pass the same PO number. Here we can see only one line item is there, 10. From here I need to select the MATNAR, material ID, TXZ01, material description. Then from here I will select MENG, the quantity 10, and the means, that is unit of measure. Fine. Now against this line item we have to check the history. For the history we have to go to table EKBE, purchase order history. Again pass the same PO number. If you want to analyze only single line item, if you have multiple line item, then you can pass the line item here, EBELP. I'm just passing here the purchase order number. So here we can see we have 3 history record. Okay, the moment types are 101, 102, and the quantity we can see here in this MENG. This is 1 actually. Okay, it is showing as a comma because of this setting here, but it is 1. So reversal you can see here as a 102 moment. Okay, here you can see the debit credit indicator as well. For first 2 it is S, for the last one it is 2. Okay, so this is the history table. So I will try to create with the old ABAP syntax, because like many students, they are still doing practice on the ECC system. So first I will make use of complete old ABAP syntax. A small, just 1 or 2 line of new ABAP syntax I will use. So if you know the new ABAP syntax very well, you can do the practice based on the new ABAP syntax. Okay. So this is the overall business requirement. Now let's log into a SAP system and start creating our report. So I will go to SE38, like zdemo underscore open PO report. Okay, the proper naming convention which we follow in real time is Z followed by the module. So the purchase order details comes under MM module. So we can give like this, ZMM underscore open PO report. Yeah, one more thing I forgot to show in the EKKO table. See, we want only open PO, right? Means the purchase order against which some quantity is still to be delivered. If you have received the complete quantity against the purchase order, then it is not an open PO. For that, there is one field here, complete indicator. Yeah, delivery complete indicator. Suppose you order 10 quantity. So once we receive the complete 10 quantity, then this flag will be X. Okay, then this flag will be X. This means that this is not an open PO. So based on our requirement, I will make use of this flag, because here I want only open purchase order. Fine. So I will make use of this field as well. Click on create, open purchase order report, select executable program, save in a package, create a new TR, open PO report. So tables I am going to use EKKO and EKPO. So instead of that, this time I will follow different concepts. So under selection screen, what we required, under selection screen we want purchase order number, vendor, the first two and the last one from the EKKO. Okay, so what we have to do here, we'll declare, let's say, selection screen fields. This is good way instead of declaring like tables and EKKO. Okay, so instead of this, we'll follow the alternate method, which is good from the performance point of view. So here write data GV underscore EBELN for, type EKKO EBELN. Second field GV underscore AE date of type EKKO hyphen AE date. Third field is GV underscore listener of type EKKO listener. Then GV underscore matnar. Now the material ID we have in the EKPO table. The material ID will to select from the matnar in the EKPO. Save, check, activate. Okay. Now let's design the selection screen first. Selection screen begin of block B1 with frame title text 001. Selection screen end of block B1. Now I want as a range, right? We have learned what is range and what is select option. So here we have to go for a range. So for the range, I will type here select options. Now S underscore EBELN for GV underscore EBELN. Okay, so instead of declaring the tables, we have defined here variables, because once we define the tables, it will like occupy the space for the complete structure. So this is good way from the performance point of view. Okay, so EBELN. So my second field I want S underscore AE date for GV underscore AE date, purchase order date. Third field again from the header GV underscore listener. Okay, and the last field is a matnar, S underscore matnar for GV underscore matnar. Save, check, activate. Go to text element, go to selection text, select all the checkbox. Okay, this will assign the text from the data element. Activate, go back. Now if you execute this, so we can see our selection screen is created. So we required here 4 fields: purchase order, vendor, material, and purchase order date. So all we can see in the output. Fine. So till now we understood the requirement, we have defined the fields, and we have just created only the selection screen. Okay. In the next lecture, we'll learn how to write the logic to select and build the data. That we'll learn in the next session. Thank you.